Yeah. Good day, everyone. How are we doing today? It was a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too chilly. It was nice. Beautiful day outside. Beautiful day. You know, like how we like to do it. We don't like to waste no time. We get right into it. We get right into it. And hey, I don't know. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with him? Victorious one. You see me out there? You see me out there, Victor? I was showing them rim bros how it's done. I did my 15 minutes this way, my 15 minutes that way, and at least 80 push-ups. It is what it is. Had a good time. Man, oh man. Woke up today and was like, man, I wonder what kind of crazy the president did today. I don't know. I just had that feeling something wild was going to happen today. And then, you check your phone. I was like, oh, he sent the National Guard to D.C.? That's normal. It's kind of wild when you really think about it. It's kind of wild. Now, look, I like DC. I used to go there as much as I can. I like the city. The city is nice, got go-go music, mumbo sauce, and, people know how to mind a business over there. You know what they don't have? I can tell you what they don't have. A crime wave. Not right now. Crime in DC is like, I don't know, 100-year low. At least 30. At least 30. That's right, at least 30-year low. That means even the criminals are like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to work. I'm going to do what I got to do. What you mean, hoodie? Can you turn on that air? Hoodies is good all year long. That's where you need the air. Bubba said the commissioner just got suspended for fake low crime numbers. Interesting. Or maybe this is all just a play, because Bubba's saying all of this is just a goddamn play anyway. Maybe this is all a distraction, so we don't know that Donald Trump went to Epstein Island. Because we know all the comments used to say about younger people, goddammit. What's up, Corinne? Good day, beautiful. How you doing today? Because we know that man used to say a lot of strange things about underage human beings. Maybe he's doing all this, so therefore, maybe the Epstein files is about to come out. You feel what I'm saying, though? Maybe the Epstein's files is about to come out and it's about to have him all over the place in that goddamn Epstein Island. And so he's like, you know what? Let me fake and get the military here now before the poop hits the fan. Try not to curse, y'all. Before the poop hits the fan. Maybe that's what's he's got going on. And don't worry, I will open up I'll open up for anybody that disagrees with me and want to have their conversation. I'm all up for the conversation. So why the hell is Trump sending in the National Guard if it's a 30-year low? Even if so-called they was faking the numbers. What's he's guarding from us? The brunch crowd in Adams Morgan, or somebody is stealing a scooter off of H Street? Told you, I'm telling you, I do like DC. Yeah, I do like it. And then, he said he's the most peaceful president, babe. That's what he said? Yeah. Wow. He's the peace president. That's what he calls himself now. Do y'all agree with that? Is Donald Trump the new peace president? Is that a true statement? I don't know. It's just weird to me that when a city is doing well, like when last time we went to DC, it was nice and clean. We didn't see a bunch of bums. We didn't see all these things that he's talking about with the homelessness running rampant. It must be a small part of DC because downtown DC looks and felt great. And we was outside till 3 a.m. We was outside late. It didn't feel dangerous at all. Not even a little bit. All those brand new buildings, this looks stunning over there. That's what I'm saying. So like even when we compare DC to goddamn New York, DC doesn't seem sketchy at all. You go outside at goddamn 8 in the afternoon when the sun is still out. 8 in the evening, I'm sorry. And there's a whole bunch of sketchy stuff going on in New York. You got men on the train jerking off their thing. You got women, you got those Mexican women with their baby on their back asking, do you want some goddamn mangoes and hot sauce? No, I don't want your damn hot sauce and mangoes. I don't want your tahini sauce. No, I don't want it. Right, Victorious. What's up, Black Beauty? Good day to you. So no, I do not want it. I don't know. It's weird to me that especially since the last time we've been in DC, how clean it looked and how safe it felt that he's calling on the National Guard. I don't know. I think it's something else. There's a different plot going on, in my opinion. And he didn't just send the National Guard. He tried to take over DC police, like straight up federalize the whole thing. That's not law and order, babe. That's like, that's some Emperor Palestine poop. trying to hold back my curses. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to curse as much. You know how wild it is to federalize a city? I don't think people really understand how wild that is. It's like, you know what it's like, babe? It's like showing up to your cousin's barbecue and saying, I'm dad now. Hello, cousins, I'm dad now. You don't live here, bro. Get out of here. You ain't like, I don't know. I think it's kind of wild. What's up, girl? You better. Good day to you. I think it's just a wild thing. And the people that's still willing to support this is wild to me. But, at the same time, this man can't really do no wrong to these people. And I don't see nothing wrong with like saying the good things that he's did, and I don't see nothing wrong with saying the bad things that they. I think this is just weird. Close the door. And JC, he don't even know what to say about the subject. He have no idea whatsoever what's going on in the world. So, Bubba, you believe that when a group of people, the J6 people that broke into a federal building, threatened people's lives, hurt people, broke windows, started a riot, you mean to tell me that's the same as what's going on in DC right now? Come on, we cannot be going that far. Come on. Come on. When those what they were, babe, those upstanding citizens decided to break into a federal building and cause riot and mayhem and threaten to take people's lives, you are comparing that to a DC 30-year criminal law? Come on. Bubba said J6 was way less violent than every day in DC. That is wild to say. That is one wild statement. Clearly, Bubba have not been in DC in a long time. I don't even know. Bubba, when was the last time you left your state? There's no way possible you've been to DC recently because it is beautiful over there. Like, you don't feel unsafe walking down the street. You don't see a bunch of bums on the street. You see nothing but brand new, beautiful buildings. I mean, in the Middle of DC too. Downtown DC. It used to be horrible over there. Now it looks beautiful. It looks walkable. You can eat up the goddamn floor. So I don't understand where we getting this information from. And the worst part, he did it with like a smug look. You know, that look at where you just read the Constitution for the first time and now you think you Abraham Lincoln. Because you know that man is somewhat of an arc. Like he think he started every goddamn thing. Because you know, Trump said he's protecting the Capitol. From what? What are you protecting the Capitol from? The truth? Like, you ever notice how every time Trump talks about like law and order, it's never about actual law or actual order. It's more like it's just called to say, I'm scared of, you know, certain people. What's up, Nate? What's up with you? Let me see, how we looking? Let me make sure we all doing the right thing. Make sure y'all all showing some goddamn love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hit that share button as we get back in the grind of things. You know what I'm saying? We be chilling on a late night. Yeah, Howard is a pretty good school. I don't know what you mean. Howard is terrible. It costs $50,000 a year because it's a good school. That's why. What you mean it was horrible? I mean, it's right across the street from the projects, but it ain't horrible. What the hell are you talking about? And man, Howard Homecoming is one of the best things you could do. Shit. Got me cursing. I enjoy Howard Homecomings when I used to go. I used to go every year. And I ain't never go to college. It was a fun time. You crazy as hell. It is across the street from the project, so I give you that, JC. I give you that. I understand. But he doesn't, like, when he really talking about law and order, he ain't really talking about no law and no order. He sees a protest and thinks it's a riot. He sees a hoodie and think it's a threat. He sees DC and think it's a war zone. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just trying to get a Whole Foods before they run out of oat milk. That's all they trying to do out there. The National Guard, these dudes, they didn't sign up for, like, you're not supposed to have troops in the middle of American street. They are not equipped for this. This is not their cup of tea. They are used to being in war zones. Are you saying that DC is a goddamn war zone right now? Come on. And y'all already know, I'll open that panel up for anybody that want to join the damn chain. You know what I'm saying? You put me on, let me know where I got it wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Because like usually what they do, National Guards, what they do, they help doing hurricanes, floods, not standing outside of Starbucks. So now you're gonna have soldiers posted up next to the cupcake shops. One holding an M4 rifle and the other one's holding a red velvet cake. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand how this is going to work. I don't. I don't understand it. Maybe somebody could get me to understand how this whole Donald Trump and DC thing is going to work. I don't know. Let's see. Can we? I don't know. Think of some. Let me try to think of some pros that is good about sending the National Guard to DC. What are some pros? Can anybody put an address? What are the pros to sending the Nat to federalize DC? Who are you gonna bother? Who he's planning on bothering? Like he's been talking about it a lot, right? He's trying to target juveniles. And when
I'm sorry. He said he calls for immediate removal of homeless people in DC, like you said. He said, we will give you places to stay but far from the capital.
Hey, shout out to Donald Trump. He said he's going to get rid of all homeless people. And I mean, is homeless people a problem?
Why don't he start with a lady?
Because he lives in DC. I guess he don't like to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Can somebody say so? The Bubba only got one, so we only got one pro. Is less ninja flash mobs, and I'm not sure what you mean by ninja, Bubba. I don't know. Maybe rapid. Let me see. Let me think. So maybe rapid deployment of resources, right? So the federal controls and allows immediate mobilization of troops and law enforcement without, local delays. They could unify command structure. They could do stuff like that. They could streamline decisions, making emergencies or perceived crises. I guess they could do that a little faster. They're gonna have increased visibility of law enforcement. It may deter, even though crime is already low. Like it's already low. So, but regardless, the increased visibility of law enforcement, it might deter some criminal activity, though, with a stronger physical presence. Maybe. I'm coming up with some things. Let me see. Can y'all help me out with some things? Yes, homeless people are a problem. Damn. Mental health is a goddamn problem. What you gonna do about that shit? You gonna put those people inside the place too? I mean, maybe if on J6, maybe federal protection of monuments and buildings is a good thing as well. Clearly, since we're talking about J6, right? It ensures that the national landmarks and the federal property are guarded during unrest. Okay, that's a positive. That's a pro. Maybe it's going to give some kind of temporary relief for local police, and they could supplement an overstretched local force during all these high demand periods. So maybe it will be less confrontations outside in the streets, and people could stop saying that how stressed police are, because now you got more help. Stop it, Bubba. But Bubba, I'm helping you out. Because you haven't given me any good pros. I'm giving you great pros that you should be writing down all these pros that I'm saying right now. You got time to look something up and you ain't even, goddamn. Goddamn. I'm doing my best to find some pros of this whole situation. Potential boost is a potential boost in public safety, at least a perception of public safety. Some residents may feel safer with visible military presence. Maybe that's a possibility as well. And maybe law enforcement practices, right? Maybe it could lead to more standardized policing methods because it's federal. So now you got to do certain things by the book. I don't know. God damn, I'm good. God damn. What up, HT? Damn, HT, that sounds crazy. Speaking of that, HT, you heard they bringing back they're gonna revote for same-sex marriage. They bringing that back too. The same thing. They trying to do what they did with Roe v. Wade. They trying to do that with same-sex marriage. They doing that as well. That's crazy. I never thought that would come up again, but yep. Conservative said they are colonizing black cities with a big smile, like maybe he ain't black. I don't know. Maybe he ain't dark skinned. I don't know. Maybe he could pass for something other than black. Because the idea, and this is what we was trying to explain to conservatives before, like, hey man, they gonna come for you too. Because you think that you calling yourself a conservative or you are a Republican, that you are on the same side as them, that's going to give you some kind of protection, you most likely going to be wrong. What up, Josh? How you feeling today? So I gave you some pros. Let's see. Can we do some cons? Can y'all help me out and write down some cons of the National Guard? 10 cons of federalizing DC with the National Guard. Let me hear some. I want to see Bubba homeschool. Bubba, let me hear a con for federalizing DC with the National Guard. Come on, let me see. Race hustlers get their feeling. That's a con. Race hustlers get their feelings hurt. Come on. I gave you some real pros. Give me a real con. Come on, Bubba. I know you could do better than that. Come on. How about this? It's a violation of DC home rule. It undermines the autonomy granted to DC residents to govern their own city. How about that? How about that? Chicago! Oh, Bubba said that's not a con. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. All right. He don't like that. The violation of DC home rule. Okay, let's think of another con. How about the militarization of civilian spaces? National Guard troops are trained for combat, not community policing, sir. How about that? Hood sir said it's not a violation. What? What? How about my second one? How about that one? That's not a con. The militarization of a civilian spaces. National Guard troops, they are not trained for community policing. They are trained for combat. How about this? It contradicts crime data. Crime in DC is down significantly, making this kind of justification very questionable. How about that? Come on. How about that? Come on. Okay. Maybe that's not a con either. How about you're going to erode local trust? How about residents may feel alienated or targeted by federal forces? What about that as a con? Did you ever think about that? Now you want to talk about this fake crime. So only when Donald Trump says that's the real thing. He don't lie about nothing. He don't lie about nothing. I wonder if he lying about him wanting to go how he think Epstein Island was so beautiful. I wonder if that was a lie, Bubba. I wonder if that was a lie. Okay, let me see. How about legal challenges? How about that? You can face lawsuits over misuse of emergency powers and violation of the, I can't pronounce it. I think it's called a Posse Comitatus Act. I don't know. I can't pronounce it properly. And I guess they don't care about that neither. Let me see. What else? What else I could come up with? I'm thinking it's going to be a disruption of community policing. I think federal forces do lack local knowledge and relationships, right? Also, I believe it's just a temporary fix and it's going to give you long-term damage. I think short-term control may lead to lasting scars on local governance and the civil liberties of the people. And another con is a dangerous precedent. It opens up the door for future presidents to override local authority for political reasons. Like, I mean, come on. Those was very simple cons. Like, if Like, since when we want more government? I thought y'all wanted less government. I thought Bubba and Hood Server would want less government involved. But it seems like y'all want more. Anytime he do something, y'all like, yes. It doesn't matter if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Y'all just like, yes. I don't get it. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. But maybe somebody will come up and make it make sense for me. Maybe that was what's going to happen. Maybe somebody could come up and make it make sense. Here you go. Let's see who got the smarts to come up and educate me on why this is a good thing. Because I don't understand it. I'm man enough to say when I don't understand something. I would like to get the understanding. I don't know about that, Dolomite. That does not sound correct at all. Stanley Cross agrees with you, I think, but I don't know how that makes sense. HT, that sounds crazy, right? Homeless people just going to disappear away from the Capitol. That's what he said. He said, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do with the homeless people. We're going to pick y'all up. We're going to take you someplace nice, but it ain't going to be over here. Just far away from the Capitol. It's already a bunch of people being missing already. So I don't know how that's going to really work. Let me go check this real quick. I wanted to. Okay, there we go. We can see what he said his goddamn self. How about that? Okay. Let's do it like this. Let's listen to this man talk his nonsense. How about that? Let me share my screen. Let's see if we can find the man talking. Let's see. Y'all can see it? All right. Let's get it together. Let's see what he's talking about.
This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back.
So who is he taking it back from? So you mean to tell me the people, the residents of DC have that city and they vote in all these things, and now he's saying he's taking it back. So who are you taking it back from? Bubba, you are nut. I can't believe you willing to risk that. That's a lot of risk that you're willing to give and trust to this man.
Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is?
Yes.
And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it.
Talk about going off the cuff. He just be talking. Hey, I do shout out to that. Like he don't give a damn about what nobody else say. Hey, I don't think you're ever going to get crime down to zero. That just is what it is. But if crime is down 30, after 30 years, I don't know how y'all could justify this. I don't know why. Hey, but if it's gonna, so like Bubba said, if it cleans up the city even more than it's already clean, then I guess I gotta shut up. But I think it's weird that it's coming around the same time as the Epstein files, and we're not sure what's going on. So now, if anything happens and we find out that he was into something that ain't so kosher, he already got the National Guard there. I also think it's funny that he used so many things to his own advantage. He used all these things to his own pettiness. Like he's investigating Barack Obama all of a sudden again. He took George Bush and Barack Obama and put them in the stairwell. I don't know. I think that's weird as well. I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. Let's see.
Done it before, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement last night, and they're not going to be fighting back long, because I've instructed them and told them whatever happens, you know, they love to spit in the face of the police as the police are standing up there in uniform. They're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face. And then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit.
Holy ish. Wow. Bubba, you agree with that? You spit, they hit. Bubba, you what's up, Miss Cantrell? Bubba, you saying you agree with that? Yes. Wow. If they spit, you hit. Wow. Okay. So you don't mind violence on the public. That's crazy. That is crazy. Spitting is an assault. Okay, Bubba. I hear you. I hear you.
And they can hit real hard.
Damn.
It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such. So this, and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
Oh, shit. Patty Pendergrass, what up? So, Bubba, you telling me you like the fact that he said, yeah, they could do whatever the hell they want to a police officer? That's what you telling them to do? HT, that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, like, to do whatever the hell you want. It could also mean just arrest them, conscious mind. It can mean just that. Or it also means hit them, because that's what he said to do. Hit. Damn. That's wild. All right.
Dire public safety crisis stems directly from the abject failures of the city's local leadership. The radical left city council adopted no cash bail. By the way,
what? By the way, what?
Pam Bondi, who's fantastic, is taking command of the Metropolitan Police Department as of this moment.
Damn.
And I'll be making the appropriate notifications to Congress and to the mayor, our new DEA administrator, who's one of the top in the country.
Mm-hmm.
He better be Terry. If you're not, I'm going to get rid of you so fast.
Like you said that at a press conference? I feel you, Patty. Well, you not police though. He just said if homeboy ain't gonna do what he want him to do, he's gonna get rid of him so fast. He said, I'm gonna get rid of you so fast that you're gonna catch a cold with the breeze. That's how fast I'm gonna get rid of you, bro. That is wild for a president to say you're supposed to be leading, not threatening. He is threatening somebody that has man. Oh man. He just threatened that man's job. He said, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to get rid of you so fast. Bubba, you agree with that? At a press conference? He didn't say that to a man to man. He said that at a press conference. He said, hey, listen, if you don't do what I need you to do, I'm going to get rid of you so fast, your ass is going to catch a cold from the breeze. God damn.
Terry Pam Bondi, who's fantastic. And we're getting rid of the slums, too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh.
So now we are starting to understand what he means by clean up DC. Now we start to understand why he's putting a curfew on young people, and they cannot hang out with their friends. If it's more than 8 people that is under the age of 14, I think the age of 18, you cannot be in a group more than 8 people after a certain time at night. That's the new law. Juveniles have a curfew now in the summertime.
Where?
In DC. In DC, juveniles have a curfew. I wonder, man. And then he goes right and says he's going to get rid of the slums. So what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? So where are these people going to go if you get rid of the slums?
Other states. That's when we send everybody from New York to New Jersey.
They're going to go more to Virginia?
A few years back, yeah.
They're going to go to Virginia.
2019,
They're going to go to Baltimore.
Yeah. Because he doesn't care. I mean, there are states and cities with a lot worse crime, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of places with worse crimes.
Why not focus on them?
Well, because he don't live there. Damn. Welcome to the show, Hood Conservative. Good day, sir. How you doing? You on mute, by the way. He always be having issues with us. There you go.
Yeah, mic check.
Yeah, you're good. So, hey, Hood Conservative, you agree with him saying, hey, we gonna get rid of the slums?
I'm curious as to what that means in practice. It sounds spooky as hell, though, right? Like he's just gonna like Thanos snap him or what?
That's what it seems like. People are, people that's on his side, they don't mind if he Thanos snap it away. It's just crazy, DB. I don't understand exactly what he means, Terrence. I really don't understand it. He says he's going to get rid of the slums. He's going to get rid of the homeless. He said we're going to put you on someplace nice. Just ain't going to be here. Where you going to put them at? On a boat? We know what happens when, I don't know. I don't know, Hood Conservative. It sounds like in the chat, it sounded like you was kind of agreeing with this understanding of Trump calling the National Guard to DC. Do you agree with his decision?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was talking about this all day. I did a long show about this. And how else are you gonna stop like the flash mobs and all this out of control teen violence? Like if you listen to some of the press conferences, they can't really prosecute teenagers the way they need to. And so they literally just get let out. And so it's a mess. They got a problem.
And so you believe the answer and the solution to that problem is bringing the National Guard so this way they could bust them upside the head and lock them up? It's very interesting. I think we need to have some kind of reform, but I don't think bringing in the military into a U.S. city is the proper way to handle a city. I just don't think that's the proper way to do it. It sounds a little scary, especially when he's saying things like, we are going to get rid of the slums. We are going to get rid of the homeless. We're going to just put them somewhere just away from here. That sounds a little strange to me.
It does sound interesting, But here's the problem. California has been spending like billions of dollars every year to fight homelessness. And the administrators get rich and they just get more homeless people. So you're really going to have to try some other way to deal with this problem. Maybe you just got to get tough on people. I was laughing at this thing I saw on Twitter about everybody hates the rich, and that's cool, but nobody has the courage to hate the poor.
Damn. Well, Hood, that's because A lot of people don't feel like they have opportunity, but most of the majority of the people that are homeless, they have mental problems, and that's the truth of the matter. And I don't know. I definitely don't think that any city should model California for homelessness. That's for sure. I would agree with you on that. California do not know what the hell they doing. And people are getting rich off of it. That is insane. But to say poor people and homeless, those are two different things. Those are two different things.
Well, when you say mental problems, you're low key acknowledging that they're beyond most normal help. Like if a person has a mild drug addiction, therapy, treatment, jail. If a person, if they steal, if they little, criminal behavior, jail, maybe a couple of beatings. We can correct certain things relatively easily. But when a person is like mentally ill, I don't know if there's a real proven way to bring them back, which is another thing Trump was talking about. We got to reopen the crazy house, bro. We need to put these people somewhere where we don't have to just shoot them in the street.
God damn, you said open up Arkham. The Arkham Asylum. And that is interesting.
If you don't put them in a house, they'll just ride the train. And now every time you pay to ride the train, you got to go through like Mortal Kombat with a 6-foot crazy person. Like, one of these days, I just know I'm going to make the news on the train. Listen, a dude just got lit on fire on the New York train station. Nobody's coming to save you down there, bro. I don't think you understand the unique problem that type of thing represents. Do you really want to be locked in a box with an oversized, crazy person 100 feet below ground?
I could understand that. I didn't know you was in the tri-state area.
Yeah, I'm a Brooklynite. I'm from Brooklyn, bro.
You might be from there. I don't mean you still there. I know, but you still in the tri-state area?
No, I'm in Jersey right now, but yeah, I'm from New York.
Okay. I mean, that's the tri-state area, Jersey, Connecticut, New York. That's the tri-state. All right. So yeah, I get you. The subway, especially if you are an early person, and 3 a.m. is a little sketchy. Yeah, it's a little sketchy at 3 a.m. I feel you. However, I do kind of agree with they do need some kind of nut house again. And it needs to not be in any kind of nice neighborhood. It needs to be, I don't know, where how it used to be. They need to have it secluded over there in that what's that island? Roosevelt Island? They used to, I don't know. They definitely need a spot for the loony bins. Absolutely. I agree with that. A place where they can eat. It's government funded. You crazy? You need to go there. You need not to be in the streets trying to snatch little kids and all the nonsense that they be doing, jerking off on the goddamn train. Like all that is crazy and wild. So I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. I already told my story about that. I saw that too. You can't. It's everything. All the horrors happen to you on the trains in New York, bro.
So, but I do like. So it's showtime. I do like that part of the train. They be shaking their hands. I like that. That'd be fun.
I hate those people. Train performers, bro. Those are the worst people. I hate them so much. Oh my god. Don't get your Nikes out of my face, nigga.
Some of them be cool though. Some of them be cool. Let's see if he explains how he gonna get rid of the slums in DC. Maybe he will. I don't know.
Oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live. And we're getting rid of the slums too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live.
That's
radical left.
That's wild. I ain't gonna front. That's wild to say, conservative. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a wild thing to say as a president. That you want to get rid of a whole section of a neighborhood, of a city.
Neighborhoods get gentrified every day, B. You be all right.
Yeah, but it's also a black city, so we know who he's actually talking about. Like, I think that's the issue that I don't understand why people act like we just supposed to sweep that under the rug. He talking about us. When he talking about those young kids, the juveniles that's going to have to be under a curfew now with the goddamn National Guard out there. He talking about young black boys.
I'm telling you now, there is a movement across the country in different counties. They're going to start locking parents up if you can't keep your children in control, bro. I've been following this for days. It's a couple of different areas, a couple of different states here. They will be locking parents up if your kids get caught out here wilding or doing one of these flash mob team takeovers. It is what it is.
So you saying that you believe that parents should be held accountable for their kids' crimes, like it's graffiti?
I don't necessarily like the implication of it, but it's the kind of situation where it's a problem where none of your options are good options. But we're going to do something. Like, let's believe something will be done. Even if I have no good options, something will be done.
Wow. I think that's kind of wild to have the parents pay for their children's crime in that sense. And my kid go outside, and no matter how good I teach him, and my kid want to be a goddamn gangbanger and starts fighting and shooting, how is that my fault?
You don't have to explain it to me. I'm telling you. In Georgia, the Teachers Federation in Georgia, they have pushed for this law. It just passed. I'm telling you, it just passed in Georgia. If your student is beating up a teacher or another student or staff, they're going to start to hold you accountable as a parent now. They're going to get you with fines or maybe some community service, jail time. They're going to come after the parents. This is already in the works. It's in Georgia. A county in New Jersey was talking about this. Maryland already has stuff like this on the books. They're trying to make it tougher. Don't question me, bro. I'm not the one you need to justify it with.
I'm not. I'm just want to understand what was your thoughts on it as well. If you agree with it, do you actually agree with this law? Would, if the bill was in front of you, would you vote yes?
I might actually, yeah, I might. I could be convinced because, like I said, there are no good options here.
Whoa, that is what, man. So you will vote yes. So you lean in like what, 60-40, or it's more like 70-30?
45-55. I'm really close down the middle here. You can go 49-51 even. It's really a either way thing because it's like skirting just on the edge of like civil liberty and then philosophical issues and all that with governance. But I'm telling you, you need to solve the problem one way or another. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube now.
All right, let's keep moving along. I hear you.
City Council adopted no cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it. They don't want to change it. That's what started it in Chicago. I mean, bad politicians started it, bad leadership started it, but that was the one thing that's central, no cash bail. Somebody murders somebody and they're out on no cash bail before the day is out. We're going to end that in Chicago. We're going to change the statute. I spoke with Pam. And
so, how you feel about that no cash bail situation?
Stupid. So stupid. I don't know why they needed to change that.
So which part you agree with? You agree with that it should be a no cash bail, or are you saying that they need a cash bail? What's up, Don?
Yeah, bail wasn't a bad situation. They basically try to say that some people are so poor they can never make bail, therefore they'll be in jail forever. And there are going to be some.
That's according to the law. That's not according to people.
Yeah, well, I'm saying there are going to be some hard luck cases, but you're going to wind up letting out way too many people that you otherwise wouldn't have let out.
It's definitely, I think with the overpopulation, it definitely needs to be rethought. I think when the law first is given and somebody do something, they couldn't really protect themselves, and it wasn't as much crime because it wasn't as much people out there, then yeah, maybe you can have something that's similar, right? But in New York, I think it backfired bad because a lot of the people that was doing a lot of criminal activities, they would get out the next day and do the same crime again. I believe if you arrest somebody for doing a heinous crime and you let them out on no cash bail, and then 2-3 days later, a week, a month later, they do the same thing, they shouldn't get out on the second time. at least, if you're going to change it. You can turn the air off if it's a little chilly. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. What up, Cody? What's your thought on that?
It wasn't broke. They should have never fixed it. It was just one of those, liberal programs trying to help people who never really needed that kind of help anyway. And now look at it. Like, what has it cost you? Now Trump took your city over.
Well, it also is because of that young man in Rikers Island that lost his life, and he didn't do a damn thing at all, and he was in jail for no reason. That was a big thing over here in New York. That young man, he got abused in jail, and then he wound up dying in jail, and it's all because he didn't have money for bail, and he didn't do anything. He was actually innocent.
I mean, I'm not necessarily going to relitigate that individual case because I accept there will be some tragedies, but you'll never remove tragedy. There will never be a perfectly, even run system. I think his tragedy now gets to be weighed against all the other tragedies of people who you could have actually prevented from reoffending or creating another victim. And now you got way more victims than you do that one tragedy.
That's fair enough. I could give you that. That's fair enough.
Todd and everybody, we're going to change the statute, and I'm going to have to get the Republicans to vote because the Democrats are weak on crime. Totally weak on crime. They don't know why. They want to stop because they get mugged too. But we're going to change no cash bail. We're going to change the statute and get rid of some of the other things. And we'll count on the Republicans in Congress and Senate to vote. We have the majority, so we'll vote. We don't have a big majority, but we've gotten everything, including the great, big, beautiful bill. Dang. Got that done, and that's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to people in this country. Radical left.
Wow. Okay. Right. So again, Bubba, so exception to the rule does not do anything, right? So therefore, if the exception, so the law is that you're not supposed to hold people if they can't pay their bail. They're supposed to have a chance to fight for their life. And most people cannot fight for their life while they're in jail. So you can't have it both ways. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways.
I mean, as I understand it, the idea of bail is basically a security bond that says, you will come back to court. And not everybody gets a bail, which means, you have, I guess, quote unquote, enough social credit that the judge believes you'll come back to court, or the situation isn't that serious where it makes no sense to run from this. But then there's people who is like, I have to take a chance because you probably won't come back to court. And so now there's an issue about, are you even going to follow through with the process? Like, that's the concept of bail at its heart. Like, it's a security to say that you will follow through with the process.
Right. And it's definitely a slippery slope both ways. I think that the first time you do the offense, you get caught, no cash bail, fine. But like I said, if you go outside in a week, 2 months later, anywhere in between 3 months' time, you do the same exact crime again, you should not get bail. Especially if it's a heinous crime like assault, robbery, strong arm robbery, stabbing somebody, shooting somebody, any of those type of crimes, SA-ing people. Like, you get caught doing that for the second time, nah, you should not get out. Absolutely not. We should have a 2-strike rule for that shit.
I think generally speaking, people take a lot more umbrage to violent crimes or crimes of robbery or something like if you get robbed at gunpoint, you didn't physically get hurt, but it's technically a violent crime. So people take a lot more issue to that sort of thing. So it's a lot easier to make the case if you have violent criminals or violent offenses, violent charges, yeah, give those guys a bail. But when it comes to the more petty stuff, peeing in a corner, even if let's say 2 guys got into a mutual combat and the police came up and made them break it up, they should be released from the jail or something like that. But there's an argument about actual criminals that just, you got arrested with a gun after a crime, or you got arrested breaking and entering. You probably need to pay a bail or just stay there, something like that.
Yeah, well, I think this finally we agree on something. Absolutely, I agree with that. I believe I have no choice to agree with that. How about this? Trump supporter pulled over, say they was profiled. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't really care about all that. People be saying
stuff. Why you don't care?
I mean, play the video. Let's see what he says. I don't even know what this is yet.
All right, let's see.
All of my life, 50 years I've been here, I've never been harassed by Border Patrol on this side of the border like this. This is outrageous.
Why are we not allowed to be here? Because we're not white? Ooh. Our skin doesn't match.
That's George Doylis. He and his wife are from Imperial Valley, and they love to camp. So when they were headed up to a dental specialist in North County on Wednesday, they decided to explore Jacumba and this area around Boulevard. They headed up this road to see if they could find a campsite, and that's when they say their day took a very different turn.
Oh, shit. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I got picked up for nothing before. Ain't nobody marched for me. Ain't nobody cried for me. Suck it up, Taco. You be all right.
Damn. That's how you feel about it? Hey, so you don't mind people getting racial profiled?
Like I said, I've been through it. And I'm not even going to say it's flat out racially profiling. Like, you're a Latino. This is the border. You look suspicious, nigga. Look. This is how, is that not what's going on right now? So, like, bro, if you're not the guy and you got caught up, hey, bro, it was a bad day for you. Sorry about that. But happens. Like I said, I've been picked up on suspicion or the usual suspect or something, like whatever it is they thought I was. Like, I was just outside smoking a cigarette. I got locked up for something one day. Like, I had to go through the system and all of that, bro. It happens sometimes. I'm not sitting here shedding tears over that, bro. Suck it up, man. Life go on.
What up, ADS? That's kind of wild to hear somebody say, like, hey, yeah, racial profiling. I have no problem with racial profiling. What's up? We're just going to pull you over, mess up your day just because. We don't know if you're a citizen. We don't care what it is. You look like you fit the description of a Guantanamera. I need a Guantanamera.
Let me tell you something. The other day, I'm watching this documentary. It's cops in, I don't know, like Fiji or some little small tiny island, and everybody's like black or whatever. But the police are trying to find this bank robber guy, and they pick up this one guy as a suspect. Totally the wrong guy. They find out afterwards that it's not him. There's complete evidence it's not him. Like, they have all the proof that they got the wrong guy. They gave the guy a bottle of water to rinse his bloody mouth out because they kicked the hell out of him while they had him in custody.
Damn.
You guys cry too much over here. This is great. This is a great place. I promise you, this is so much better than you could get it outside America, bro. Suck it up.
Yeah, but look, Bubba is absolutely wrong. Stop and search does not work at all. It's not even close to working. It was a horrible thing that they did in New York. It did not help. It did not bring crime down. It didn't do anything good but harass people.
Listen, I was moving around when stop and frisk was a thing. I was never stopped, nor was I frisked.
Yeah, but that doesn't discount all the thousands of people that did.
Stop and frisk was mostly about teenagers who look suspicious. So, like, be about your business and don't be out here lingering up to no good. You won't get stopped and you won't get frisked.
That is wild to say. So you don't care about racial profiling at all. So
no, I'm just saying this is how you move through it, bro. Like, stop crying. The money is over there. You're over here, and you have to go through those guys to get it. What do?
Wow. All right. I hear you. Let's see.
Didn't think anything of it. We're American citizens. We're on U.S. soil. Why should we be afraid?
George and his wife Esmeralda say an unmarked SUV started following them and pulled them over. They say Border Patrol agents first approached wearing masks.
So the reason why we're stopping you is because you did U-turns and there's a known alien out in the area.
He told the agents.
Wow. He said, the reason why he saw because you made a U-turn. This is a known alien area. That is crazy.
Yeah, I never heard that word. No alien era sounds hella crazy. No flex zone,
Yo,
bro.
look, there's no way you can maintain this one.
Listen, I'm not triggered. This sounds crazy, but it is what it is, bro. This is no alien zone. We got a new law. There's ordinances and stuff we got to respect now, bro.
Yo, that is a wild statement for the police officer to say on camera, bro. That is wild. I ain't gonna lie.
have the right to travel anywhere we want to travel.
You do. You're absolutely right. You do. And I actually have the right and authority to stop you.
Couple sat in their car as the agent.
God damn. He said, yeah, you got the right to travel wherever you want to, and I also got the right to stop you whenever I want to. That's wild. Like, we got to have some kind of checks and balances for law enforcement. Like, you got to do something for them to pull you over. You cannot like, oh, he looks Spanish. He's in a well-known area. We don't care if he could be lost or whatever. We're going to pull him over and we're going to harass him. Even after we found out he's an American citizen. That's crazy. Even though we don't hear no accent when he's talking to me. That's crazy. But hey, this man voted for Donald Trump. That's what he voted for. So at the
Brought a
same time,
canine.
It's called reasonable suspicion.
Do you think that they had reasonable suspicion to stop you and search your vehicle?
Not at all. Not at all.
The dog did smell a small amount of legally purchased cannabis, so they
oh, not the cannabis smell. He was smoking on that Chiba Chiba. Yo, out the mud, Cody. He upped around and found out. That's what happened to this Spanish man. He thought he was that you might be right, Cody. It happens every day in the hood, all day, every day.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be hard for you to get like a lot of black folk to feel that kind of solidarity. Like, bro, you just gonna have to get your stripes like I did, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You trying to say it's daytime? That's crazy. That's wild. Shout out to Oprah. That's funny as hell. That is funny as hell. But I think this DC thing is a little too far. I think it's a little too much, in my opinion. I don't live there, but every time I went to DC in the past few years, it was beautiful out there. The streets was clean. I didn't feel in danger. I was outside late at night. It wasn't a bunch of weird, strange things happening. So I don't see and understand the crime. And then the statistics is saying that it's on a 30-year low. Bub is saying that they lying about the 30-year low. Of course, everybody else is lying except for Donald Trump. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. He do a lot of sketchy things. He say a lot of sketchy stuff. And the people that don't want to support that don't want to just call out his negative BS, I don't understand that point. How you not going to just call out the negative shit that he does? I'm not saying that, Cody. Hey, listen. Hey, he finally see how it feels. Like, hey, all these years that the people saying that, hey, we've been lying and we ain't been going through nothing. Hey, you're gonna have to feel it too. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I don't know if we be real about it. This is not about safety, in my opinion. It's about control. I think it's about the optics. It's about making a city look dangerous so he could play to be the hero. But I don't know if you could be the hero when you're the one that's causing the chaos. He's the chaos maker. He's like that. Trump is like that dude who sets the house on fire, then shows up with a garden hose like, don't worry, I got this. If you don't get your little garden hose the hell up out of here, that's what he's doing. And the media, they ate this shut. I did too. You know, he takes a decisive action. Send the troops to a city that didn't ask for them. And then I guess my uncle who crashed Thanksgiving with a bottle of Hennessy was a damn general. Salute.
The crackdown was going to have to come sooner or later. And it's always better sooner than later because the problem's just going to get out of control, bro. Like these teen takeovers, the flash mob stuff, the carjackings, shootings, all that. They can't run the city the way they need to. Like I was talking about this because it's like there's a very racial component to it. So I'm watching, I think it was The Hill, and they got a black woman and a white man co-hosting the show. And the white man is like, listen, crime needs to come down. We need a civilized, orderly city. And the black woman is like, what do you mean? Everything's fine. This is great. I don't understand. What are you complaining for? And it's like, there's just a different level of expectation of how things should work. And if you can't meet that level, listen, if you can't police yourself, you will be policed eventually.
Mm. Mm. I don't know. But you know what real leadership looks like, and this is not what it looks like, right? In my opinion, leadership looks like listening, collaborating, respecting local authority. You know what Trump did? He said, I don't like how you run in your city, so I'm taking over ish. That's not leadership. That is dictatorship with a spray tan.
Is a dictator not a leader?
No.
You want to check that?
No, a dictator is not a leader. A dictator is a
What
dictator.
is he?
Hey, you're gonna follow me regardless. That's not leading.
But that's a leader, though. And technically, that's the majority of leadership for the majority of human history. Something like a dictator. Your king, your chief, your emperor, your pope, your captain. It's something like a dictator. The majority of leadership behavior is something like that. What you're describing is like this new shit we've been teaching children lately.
What? I don't understand how you figure that a dictator is the same.
Have we had kings longer than we've had presidents?
I guess.
Right. So for the majority of human history, dictatorship was the primary style of leadership. Having a president, which implies democracy and collaboration and all that, that came much later. So the
So you
primary foundation is dictatorship.
so you're rather Donald Trump turn America into a dictatorship and he just take over and he takes power by force?
I don't want Trump to be the guy, no. But I mean, if you're asking me, am I okay with dictatorship? I think I'd be close to something like a Christian nationalist sort of ruling. I don't know if I want a supreme leader, unless he's a king or something like that. I'm not sure ultimately about the leadership. Like, is monarchy better than democracy? Maybe monarchy is better than democracy.
Wow. So anybody that comes and take it by force should take over the whole country.
It's only yours if you can keep it anyway.
Right, and that's the problem with kings and all these emperors, right? Because they wind up getting killed, and therefore now it doesn't work. Because eventually the people's going to get sick and tired of you taking advantage and just making everything towards you.
I don't know if that's really how it works.
So why did all these emperors get killed?
I mean, people get killed off there eventually anyway. Like everybody dies. Not every emperor. I mean, are you saying every emperor of what are you really saying about all these emperors? What is your grand point?
My point is that dictator is not leadership because they are taking it by force. That is not being a leader.
I think you're just wrong about that. You're defining leadership by modern woman-friendly terms, but that's not the historical image of leadership. It's just not.
What is your idea of leadership? This is wild to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is wild to me.
Leadership is just simply being in charge and um, organizing and giving command. I mean, that's the basic definition of leadership. That definition of leadership, you assume the command position and you give commands.
Right. So you give commands rather than take it by force. So that means I give you a command and you do have a decision to make if you want to abide by that command or not. Correct. You have an opportunity
There,
to do it.
There are obviously different forms of leadership, but that's not to say that one form is not a form. That's just wild.
Right, but no, but one is not by force is the problem, right? That's the clear distinction. So one, you command, hey, I need you to go do this, do that, and the third. Why? Because this, that, and the third. This is the reason why we're doing it. A dictator don't give a fuck about none of that. He said, hey, you either do it or die, like how he just said to the goddamn commissioner over there in DC. He said, you either gonna do it my way, I'm gonna fire you.
So get down or lay down. Beanie
Right.
Siegel,
That's not
are we
leadership.
now? That
Right.
that
That's
is leadership. That's the way it's always been.
hey, if you think that, I mean, okay.
Prove
I
me
don't mind.
wrong prove
I
to
don't
me
mind.
that's not how
But
it's
okay,
always
I don't
been.
mind. I mean, it's a. I can understand is that you got an argument saying that is a style of leadership. Fine.
I mean, am I somehow incorrect in saying that's how it's always
I
been
don't think
though?
it's a. I don't think it's worth the argument to say that it's a style of leadership. Fine, it's a style of leadership. So this way we're not hung up on the little nuance between a dictator and versus a leader, right? So you want to make it seem like it's a style of leadership. Fine.
I-
So
It is
now,
okay.
now with that being said, do you want America to have that style of leadership?
I don't know if I'm afraid of it. No, I don't know if it's a bad thing.
Because also whatever that dictator thinks of, that's what we're gonna have to do.
Possibly. So now
That's
the question is, which direction of dictatorship do you want to go in? Do you want to go in like COVID liberal dictatorship where the government can transgender your son? Or do you want like a Christian right wing dictatorship where, the women have to listen to their husbands, their wives and mothers, and children go to school and they play on the playground?
but who's gonna maintain that dictatorship?
The dictators.
Right, until they get killed.
And then the next round comes along.
All right, and then so
1,000 year Reich, baby.
okay, fine. So now the next one comes along and think that women needs to run everything and that men needs to just be in
Oh
the
no,
house.
we got to kill that guy. We got to kill that guy immediately.
That is so you only
You
agree
know,
with a dictator if you agree with his talking point and it doesn't affect you.
it's not every single thing, but some things are big things. Some things are worth fighting for.
Right. I mean the fact that you believe that it's gonna stop at women and it won't go into race is crazy to me. Like it's already gone into race as is.
You
He
know
already
your
said he want
problem.
to get. He just said he want to get rid of the slums. He already put ICE to go ahead and start racial profiling anybody near the goddamn border. Like he already made it a race problem. You think
You
that
ever
he
been in the slums, bro? That shit trash. Man.
you don't think he would continue to make it a race problem?
I think black folk allow themselves to cripple our thinking abilities by letting race be the limiting principle. So if we were all black and we were in an all black, like if we were in Africa trying to govern Africa, you couldn't hide behind that. So stop hiding behind that.
That's fine, but we're not there. We're here.
So it doesn't make it a scary prospect. And one, I don't believe he's going to do that anyway. I think you niggas be making that shit up because it's easy to win an argument like that.
No, we going by the things that he has done.
So what's he going to do? Put black people on cattle cars?
What he's gonna do is he's gonna call the National Guard into a city, and then he's
And
gonna
then
say,
what?
we're gonna get rid of your slums, and we know who
And
lives there.
then what? And then the cattle cars?
I don't understand. So what? All right. So what am I saying that you disagree with? Because he clearly said those things.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to go on some giant anti-black racist warpath. Trump's not the guy. Maybe there's a guy coming, but it won't be Trump.
So what do you think he meant when he said the slums? What people he was talking about?
Well, in DC, those are definitely blacks.
All right. Then, so why are we trying to act like we blind to what he's doing?
I have no problem with cleaning up the slums. Neighborhoods get gentrified every day, dude. I mean, do you think he's going to go in there with a street sweeper and just start dropping bodies? Is that what you think? Is that what your fear is?
No, my fear is that he's gonna racially discriminate against a certain type of people, and it's gonna make their life a lot more difficult in a place where we're supposed to be able to roam as we are, according to the Constitution. That's what
I
I'm.
just don't believe that. If that's your fear, then I can't shake that from you. But you're gonna have to wait to see if that actually happens, aren't you?
So hold on. So you saying that I have to wait and see what happens, but he's supposed to go ahead and dictate and say, "Hey, no, we're going to bring in the military to stop anything." That we're not going to wait to see if the crime is going to continuously go down because it's been going down for the past 30 years.
That's not exactly true. It's been
What
going
part?
down for the past 2 years. It spiked after COVID.
Yo, Hood. This idea that y'all believe that Trump is going to save America to this Christian situation, he don't believe none of that Christian stuff.
I don't believe Trump is that guy either. Like, you got to like some pastor lady, a part of his administration. That bitch a joke. I don't care for preacher chicks, no way. But yeah, Trump's not that guy.
Yay. So, I just think that is wild that people want their freedoms taken away. I think that sounds crazy to me that you want somebody to go inside what he considered the slums and take it away. Eventually, you take away all the slums, and then guess what's going to be the next version of the slums? Middle class. Like it could always move.
You say I'm going to lose freedoms, but you have to be more specific about which freedom and how he plans on taking it. Because otherwise, it's just sort of hyperbole. Scary
Right. So
hyperbole.
you say as long as you agree with the freedom, you don't mind them taking it away.
Yeah, but you haven't named specific things either.
What you I have. I'm saying that you should not take away a whole neighborhood from somebody. You should not be putting kids on curfew just because they're hanging outside. You should not be racially profiling nobody. That's what I'm saying. Welcome to
Why
the
can't you
show.
put kids on curfew? What's wrong with putting kids on curfew? Your mama not gonna do it. Be lucky I'll come lock your mama up.
But if they
Because
ain't
that ain't
doing
none of
it,
your business. That ain't none of your business.
When your kid is outside committing crimes and just engaging in other acts of civil mayhem, it's everyone's business. So either I lock you up or I lock your mama up. Maybe we should lock them both up and put them in a cell together.
Yeah,
but you
but
just
now you're saying being outside is a crime.
Yes, because they are outside committing property damage, carjackings, shootings, lootings. Do you understand what a street
looting.
takeover means?
Come
Do you know
on.
what that means? Have you seen the videos of that sort of thing where the flash mob runs into like 7-Eleven and just wrecks the whole store and then they just leave? That kind of thing destroys your business, which then in turn can destroy your life.
Welcome to the show. Conscious moron. Go ahead.
What's going on? I'm curious. Hood, what did he do out in California with the Mexicans though? He didn't just go after the criminals. He went after people at graduations, Home Depot, and that's what he gonna do to us. And I'm about to get a MAGA hat. Black man
Well,
get
we
a
all
MAGA
have
hat.
papers. We already
No,
have
it don't.
papers. We
I'm
got
not.
our slave papers. They're not gonna send us nowhere.
Bro, it was a Mexican who had his birth certificate on
They're
him.
gonna send
They
us to
still
jail.
detained him.
Yeah, that was like he slipped through the crack. Niggas get scooped up by accidents sometimes. Shit
Yeah,
happens.
that never.
By and large, they're going
We've
after
never been
the
overcharged with
immigrants.
crimes, have we? We've never been overcharged and
Listen,
exonerated with crimes, have we, Hood?
like I said, I already acknowledged it. I've been through that very thing. So I'm suck it up, nigga. You're a
All right,
grown man. Shit happens, bro.
so you saying that just like the kid that got deleted in Rikers Island, hey, suck it up. The people that got arrested and did 20 years for a crime that they shouldn't have got 20 years for, you telling them to suck it up too?
I mean, out of those guys, you realize that's like 1% of 1%. Like that's a very minority thing. Yeah, I mean, is a guy
Okay,
getting
so
exonerated every single day? No.
all right, so what about the Central Park Five? that Donald Trump supported for them to go to jail as well, and they wound up being innocent as well.
Bro, are we litigating everything about Trump, or are we talking about fighting crime in D.C., lowering the crime rate,
Well, then
bringing the
where would he
National
have
What are we
Guard?
talking
been?
about?
Maybe,
What are we,
hold
what are
on.
we, hold on, but
Maybe,
before you move it, answer the question. Like, I don't understand why it's difficult to answer the question. Go ahead, Moron.
And another thing, if he cares so much about crime, what happened with the J6? He let them out because he committed that crime. He wanted to whitewash that through history. And he did it, but that's not a problem with these folks, man. This shit is. But yeah, black people get a MAGA hat. Get you a
Clearly,
t-shirt.
that's the only thing that might slow him down a little bit, right?
I'm telling you, I'm about to give me one.
That's it's a little wild to actually hear, to be honest. To hear somebody say like, yeah, we just, hey, if your ass get caught up in the system, you get caught up in the system. As long as it ain't me, that's wild.
But the thing is, it could
but it
easily
was
be
me though. But it
because
was me though.
so that
It
means
literally, it
so
literally
everybody
was
go
me.
through that
No,
since you
you was
went
there
through
for
it.
a day. That don't count.
Right. So sometimes things happen and you have to go through things. Sometimes you have to go through things, bro. Like, stop acting like that's the end of the world because one guy had a police encounter. You want to go twerk like Jesse Jackson because that one guy had a police encounter? Come on, bro. We got to be grown ups about this shit.
Yes, we're gonna be upset if we have one horrible police encounter when somebody is wrong. No, the police officers should be held at a higher standard than normal people. Absolutely.
Especially the federal ones.
Absolutely, they should be held at a higher offense, right? You saying they are the leaders, right? So that's just insane to me that you don't think that they should have any kind of responsibility.
All right, so you described to me your perfect system where nobody will ever be scooped up by accident or, have, the wrong thing happen, the paperwork got misfiled. You explain to me how you create a perfect system.
It's
Because
not
this
You
is
gonna
gotta
be
put,
perfect.
you have to put checks and balances involved. And if somebody do something in the wrong order as a police officer, that person needs to get fired and he cannot be able to work in law enforcement again because we cannot have lapse of judgment as a police officer. You have
okay. I
that
mean, things
in.
happen. Things happen. So, like, are you trying to make some kind of Supreme Court case because one Spanish dude had an encounter at the border with the police during the highest, most aggressive immigration runs ever?
What
Stop
about the
crying.
what about the people that they shipped to Venezuela? Like 70% of them were innocent. And
Were
that's
they?
the
They should
scary
get a
thing. When that
lawyer.
started to die, they could come after us with the same vigor. That's what you're failing to realize. They could scoop your black ass up again.
Why
They ain't
are
gonna
you
realize you're
afraid
still
of that?
conservative.
Why are you afraid of being deported? What country will they send you to? Venezuela?
It ain't even about what country they send me to, it's what they do here.
So you're afraid of things that really only
I'm
exist in
not
your
afraid,
mind.
I'm aware.
You're worried
I
about
know
things
stuff,
that
that don't
are
mean I'm
mostly
afraid of
possible in your imagination.
it. Okay. I see you live in a bubble.
So I'm so confused. So when it comes to this, you don't care if black people get targeted and none of that. That's what you're saying. If a couple of eggs get broke, it's all good, correct?
Black people are not going to be targeted.
But they already are.
How? How?
What I'm confused about what you mean how.
Are you talking about DC? The slum thing? Is that what you mean?
You think it's just gonna stop there though? You don't think he coming to Atlanta,
I mean, like
Baltimore?
Well, he should though. He
if you don't
really
believe
should though.
that
He needs to.
if you don't think
It's
that
our own kind taking away the Mexicans. It's the Mexicans with papers taking away the illegals. They're still brown, you know.
Shout out to them, by the way. No beef with those Mexicans.
mm, that's I don't know. It just sounds like it kind of sounds like you don't like your people, bro.
What people are you talking about? Not every nigga my brother, bro.
Americans.
Stop that shit.
Damn their color. What about Americans?
This is for Americans. That's why we're kicking out the
Are you
illegals.
thinking these Americans' rights aren't being violated? What about that? Forget the color. Just an American being
Well, if you're
aimed to prove his identity when he has papers on him. That isn't enough for you. Damn his color or gender. As an American,
so
you
he
live
was
in
detained.
America.
He was detained for how long?
What the fuck does it matter?
No. Yes, it does matter. He was detained for how long?
I want to say more than 20. It was like 28, between 24 and 28 hours.
Is his
Like he
wife
got
over
a
now?
DUI.
All right, so you saying that it matter? So if he was detained for 20 hours versus 2 weeks, that's what make you change your mind?
Bro, you know, sometimes when you get locked up in New York City, or you get locked up on a Friday night, you're not even gonna see a judge till like Monday morning sometime, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Stop crying for people.
So
But that's
I just find it interesting that you say stop crying.
but that's not even the same, Hood.
Hey,
Like just
Siobhan,
walking down the street, being an
I got you next,
American
Papa.
versus committing a crime and being detained for said crime. That's totally different. How don't you see that? What's wrong, man? You sounded very pessimistic. Like you want
Listen, they
anything.
had to conduct an investigation, brother. The investigation came back. He was good people. They sent him home.
Okay, so you saying that? So you feel as if you don't care if you get pulled over, locked up, good person, bad person. So you're saying you don't care about the Constitution at all?
If we were following the Constitution, these people wouldn't be here, would they? Don't constitutional shame me now. We can use the Constitution to get these folks up out of
Okay,
here.
so let's use the Constitution. What part of the Constitution are you talking about?
Uh,
You don't know.
what's it called? The Posse Comitatus Act. I mean, he's basically treating the guy as a hostile invasion.
Nah, that definitely wouldn't be in the Constitution. First and foremost.
All right, I don't know. That's crazy.
Constitution might be a little bit too broad of a term, but there is remedy
No, it's not
legally
a
for
broad
this.
term, bro.
Like
It's a
like like
document.
dur-
Like it's not a
dur-
broad term.
during the 50s, I believe there was a program called Operation Wetback where they basically did exactly what they're doing now.
What?
All right, hold on. Go ahead, Vato.
You never
Vato.
heard of Operation Wetback? It's a real
this
thing.
is our turn.
Absolutely,
It's just
absolutely.
the
Go
name,
ahead.
bro. It's the
Go
name.
ahead, Vato.
Hey, Siobhan, how many employees are still showing up to your construction site? That's why it's not worrying you about Mexicans haven't got picked up yet. Your brothers.
No,
I'm pretty sure half of them are illegal, right? You don't have to
no.
answer that.
Most of the people that I work with is white.
Oh shit. They haven't traveled that far, huh? I'm gonna call them up.
No, because I mainly deal with union, so they don't let
Okay,
they don't let
okay.
y'all in the union like that.
Oh, so it takes you longer to build the house.
Oh, Sharon, you working with the man, huh? No, I'm
He's the source.
No, notice how he's proud that his union is protected territory. You can't just get your job stolen by one another. Good for you.
I ain't gonna get stolen. Regardless,
We don't all have unions. We need ICE to get the job site empty.
I think it's crazy that somebody that believes in American values don't believe in at least a little bit of the Constitution.
Hey, they're hiring, bro. So if you want to get a job, it's easier to get on the board right now.
I don't understand like how y'all. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, why are you so willing to give away our rights as human beings in America? You're not just want to give away your own. You want to give away everybody else's as well. You don't look at it as a slippery slope. That is horrible leadership right there. What's up, Renee?
You just keep saying rights as this broad, fluffy, emotional term, but you haven't specifically said anything. What specific right are we giving up here?
The right to walk around the street without being harassed by police.
You have that right already.
Not a, yeah, but you saying you don't care if it gets violated. That's the issue that me and you are having. You don't
Who's
care.
right? But you're acting as if that's what's on the table. Like whose rights are just being violated willy nilly? You're making up problems that don't really exist.
Right. So
Like
the
it's
problem.
a crime that didn't happen to a victim that ain't real.
No, that's not true because they are putting out a curfew
For teenagers.
Exactly. A teenager is still
Teenagers don't have rights. They're properties of their children, of their parents, or the state. You don't technically have rights like that.
Come
yes.
on, Hood.
What the
Come on.
fuck is
Man.
going on? This is
As a
insane.
teenager, you have the right to roam the streets all night long. Really?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes,
You're
you
the
do.
property of your. You're the property of your parents.
Wait a
And the
minute, Hood.
takeovers
You
are
didn't do that?
becoming
You didn't do that, Hood,
flash
when you were a
mobs.
kid? Maybe that's what the problem is. I think that's really Hood is miserable and he wants everybody else to be miserable. So if he takes away everybody's
Nigga,
right, not just
explain to
kids,
me.
we can all be the same. It's almost that
Explain to me
kind of
why
work that
teenagers
slave
should have that
mentality.
right.
Huh?
You niggas
Because
just love to be slaves, but explain to me why teenagers should have the right to just roam the streets freely at 9 p.m.
because
I
it's
mean,
a
after 9 p.m.
hold on, that's an easy answer because it's a free country. So if my
Free
16 year
for
old
adults,
and
bro.
my
Free for
16
adults.
if my 16-year-old want to be outside at 4 in the morning, my 16-year-old should not be harassed by police for being outside at 4 in the morning
So
for any reason.
there's a secondary problem. Since that's the type of parent you are, we're gonna have to start arresting you because you're clearly not raising your children to a level that they can become productive members of society.
Right, but still
Right?
the government don't get to decide that.
The
And
government
if something
does.
happens, they should hold
How?
you responsible, equally responsible if something happens to your child or if he commits some
No,
crime or
no, so
something.
no, the
Right.
government, no.
Because when something happens to your kid, you're going to want to sue the other person, but you're not going to hold yourself responsible for letting your kid run the streets at 4 a.m.
Right. So again, so you just making up things now at this point, right? We are talking about one thing, and now you making up things about now because the kid is at 4 a.m. Something horrible is going to happen. They're going to get shot. They're going to get ran over. All these bad things, but
What
also
good
what
things happen after midnight?
also what can happen at 4 a.m. that they just sit on the goddamn porch minding their damn business.
So you're 16, it's midnight. What good things do you expect to happen to you out in the street? You're a grown man. And like, imagine you talking to your son about this. You know damn well this is a very basic boilerplate father son type of conversation. Nothing good happens on the street after midnight.
Why would you think
Yes,
something bad
that's
would
fine.
be happening, man?
That might be a true statement. However, that have nothing to do with if it is okay for my child to be freely walking around in a free country.
Well, in California, I think the curfew is
You
11
do not
p.m.
have the right to pull my child over just because you think my child is 16. What if I just look young? You don't have the right to do that. Hey, you look 16, come here. No, you don't have the right to do that. That's what we are having a conversation about. You don't have a right to pull my child over.
When the children have been engaged in flash mobs, general mayhem, looting, rioting for a couple of years now, I don't
That's
want to hear
wrong
shit
though,
about
Hood,
your rights.
especially in
I'm not willing
DC.
to listen to your
Crime has
rights.
been
You can
going down,
listen,
bro.
you can
Crime has
sit in
been
a
going
cell
down
by yourself and tell
consistently
me all about your rights.
in the last 5 years. Crime has been going down. It did a spike during the pandemic, but even
They
after
actually
that,
just
it went
they
down.
just they just fired one of the DC officials for lying about the crime numbers. Don't be
No,
so quick
no,
to believe.
that was the Bureau of Labor Statistics that they fired.
No,
Not
this
that.
is a different bureau, different guy. Crime statistics. They just fired him
When did they fire? Let me
like
look that up.
yesterday. This whole thing started
Literally
a couple
yesterday.
days ago. Right. So I'm telling you
Was
things you
it
don't know
yesterday or a
about.
couple days ago?
Probably yesterday, because the big
Probably.
boss guy got beat up a couple days ago, and that
What
started
was
this
it?
whole snowball thing.
What was this person's name? I don't know.
I don't know his name. Yeah, I don't.
I said they never know, man. That's why it'd be hard to believe the shit y'all be saying. Because it
Yeah,
seems
but
like
it's easily it's easily referenceable. You over
no,
here crying about rights that you
but
can't name,
no.
and somebody might
No,
take them
I'm just
away in the
saying
future. But I'm talking
it
about
is so
real people who really
easily to
exist.
remember it.
He,
And did you read the story? Did you look at it?
dude, I read so many things. I can't please you with a simple drop of
No, but it just
knowledge just to
seems
make
like
you happy. I
you'll
know
be
too
like,
many
"Oh, I
things, bro.
remember this because we were just talking about this, and now I
I
was
just
just
did a whole 4 hour show about this. You think I remember every little anecdotal detail just to please you? Stop, bro. Get over yourself.
every little anecdotal detail. Come on, man. It seems you would have some capability remembering the story you read just 2 days ago, though.
Like I
I know that,
said,
that shouldn't be hard for a mind of your size to remember a
multiple
story
officials
just 3
have
days
been
ago.
let go for lying about numbers. So don't be so quick to believe that crime is just down magically.
Okay.
So, but we should believe that crime is up magically because one person got beat up. Right? One person by the name of Big Boss got beat up, and all of a sudden now we need the National Guard out there. Like that does not
Those are
concern you.
priceless actors.
I don't understand how that don't concern you. How you don't understand where progression goes? Why are you acting as if like things do not have a track record? Like you believe that if they start pulling back women's rights, our asses ain't next? That's crazy to me.
So you think you having rights is somehow dependent on women having rights?
I think it's all connected, yeah.
Even though black men had those rights when women didn't have those rights, your rights are totally independent of her rights.
Perfect. So again, if somehow they was to repeal women's rights, you think that white women is gonna be like, yeah, black men got more rights than me? Now that's gonna be okay? What do you think is gonna happen next? Who do you think is next? This is insane to me.
I don't think.
The more you agree with letting them take away things, they're gonna keep on taking away things.
The future belongs to the brave, and you're scared.
Scared of wow, that's insane to me.
So you just want to bow down? It almost seems like.
Just
I
get
thought
over it, man.
it was in our democratic nature to be rebellious against our government and always question them.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to have less government. He's asking for more government. I thought you would. So let me get this right. Hood, you for more government?
Only responsible people can govern themselves.
I asked you a
If you've proven irresponsible, then you will be governed.
Now, I ask you a question though.
That's
Are
crazy.
you saying that you want more government?
I'm saying somebody needs more government. DC needs to be governed harder because they haven't done a good job so far. That's just the way it is. If you can't run your show,
But
somebody's gonna have to come and run it for you.
That's
the
fine.
numbers
But
say you're wrong.
hold on, but I'm asking you a question. Do you believe that United States need more government?
We need less technically, but we need more security. So that's the National Guard.
You're a confused man, sir. That's what it is. You're confused. Clearly.
This is a word game, though. Having National Guard is not more government. They're not creating another welfare system. They're not creating another agency. They're literally enacting existing policy. We're just playing word games because your audience is slow.
I'm playing word games?
Damn, he just insulted the audience too.
This is kind of wild to me that you believe that calling on the National Guard, which is a military situation, you think that is less government.
Hey, but end of this, how many people you think Donald Trump is gonna deport? Like, what do you think his ultimate record is?
This is wild. I don't know what to say.
You said what you say now?
I don't know what to say.
What's his ultimate record to deport? You think he's gonna surpass Obama by like fucking 50 million or whatever?
No, I don't think so.
Like this can't be real life. Like this is what, this can't be real life. You vote conservative? Hood server, do you go and vote? If he does, this sounds like somebody that literally would go and vote for their best interest. They would vote against their best interests.
I don't think he vote.
That's wild to me. Witch doctor, this man said he want to add more government. He said he want to take his rights away, DJ Witch Doctor. He said, yeah.
Which right, bro? Because you literally made it about teenagers hanging out at night when I asked you which right. So stop playing word games with your audience. What rights are you talking about that you're afraid of losing?
So you are the one that's playing word games, right? Because I asked you if you want more government. You say no, but yet you want Donald Trump to put in more government into DC. That's literally playing words.
That's more police. That's more police. We're federalizing the police. The DC police are technically federal already. The DC police are technically federal already, so they technically already under his control. And if he adds the National Guard, that's just adding more police.
Yeah, what does he do? That's why it's more government, because he's the president. Come on, man, you ain't this slow.
You are this slow. That's the problem.
Saying, is he in charge of the government? So is he? And you literally just said he's enacting these things. So that's more government.
Literally. It's literally the federalized government. He federalized it. What do you think that means when he said he federalized it?
DC is federal territory. The DC police are federal agents by default. They were already federalized. He just assumed authority because she's such a bad mayor.
This is insane.
She's a bad mayor.
regardless if she is a bad man, now do you let the people vote?
Are the DC police federal police or not? Yes or no?
No.
Stupid. You're stupid. Stop talking.
They're not. They're funded by the federal government, but they're their own entity.
They are literally agents of the federal government.
So why is it called Washington, D.C. police?
What state is DC in? What state is Washington, D.C. in?
District.
Right. They're the federal district.
Oh my God. Never mind.
So no, so DC police is not federal. It's not. So therefore you're not sure what you're talking about.
So what state controls them?
What does that matter? You was proven wrong.
If you're not controlled by the state, then you're controlled by the federal government. What state controls them?
Oh my God. This is crazy.
You guys are really stupid.
Yes, because this man literally don't know what he's talking about. He's just saying things and he think he's correct. The MPD is literally not the federal government. That's why Donald Trump had to federalize DC, because it's not the federal government. Because if it was a federal, if MPD was a federal government, he wouldn't have to federalize it. Literally, this is insane. Like, this is a grown man, and then he called me stupid. Why would he have to federalize something that's already federal? Can you please make that make sense? This is just outlandish. My gasket is flabbered.
That's a good one. I like that. Little grenade joke. You gotta listen to that. I got you.
Yo, conscious moron, my gasket is flabbered right now. He said something that was already federal is now federalized. Holy ish. The poop is going crazy right now. What up,
What are
man?
you smoking on?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is crazy.
Hood seemed off his game today. You all right, Hood, man? What's going on?
He probably trying to look it up and he can't believe that he was wrong. I don't know.
You still haven't told me which state controls the DC Police Department.
I don't have to tell you that.
But you don't have an answer. You just laugh, but you don't actually have an answer though, because
there
there is
is
no answer.
there is no state that controls it. It's on its own. Like if it need helps, I think it
Right,
goes to
because
Maryland.
it's
Just
ran by the local government. That's the answer. It's ran by the local government. It's not ran by a state. It's ran by the local government.
State is another word for local government. You guys are
no,
stupid.
Oh my god.
no, it's literally not.
Okay,
Local
so
means local. State.
all right, so Hood, if you
Come-
look it up right now on Google or whatever, and it says it's not federal, what you gonna have apologies to me? What you gonna do?
You prove me wrong, bro.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Free Zone, this is just insanity to me. Shout out to the Chicago Gorilla. He completed a 10-day cleanse, completely down 14 pounds. Shout out to the Chicago Gorilla. Wow. Free Zone Lou. This
Get
man
upset
just
or
said
Sam
the
pick them. Stop playing.
MPD. Oh man. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you, Deborah. Whew. I mean, the MAGA, I don't see nothing wrong with anything he does is real, man. Even when we have like real life
uh,
facts and stats to back up what we are saying, people still just want to argue that he can't do no wrong.
It says it operates as a state while also performing functions of a city and a county. We are treated as a state in more than 500 federal laws. We are leaders in a region of 4 million people and growing. So it operates as a state, but functions as a city, I guess, in layman's terms.
Right, because DC is very unique. So Lou, we're talking right now, we're talking about how I think Trump is overstepping his boundary by becoming a dictator of the District of Columbia. He's literally became a dictator of there. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to tell y'all what I want to happen over here. All those homeless people, you got to get them the F out of here. I don't know where they're going, but we're going to get them away from the Capitol. We're going to put them in somewhere warm. But they ain't going to be here. He said, oh, yeah, those slums over there, those projects over there by Howard University, we getting rid of all that shit. All the people that live there, you got to get up out of there. We don't want you broke people around me no more. That's what he said, Free Zone Lou. And we got hood servitors saying, yeah, that's okay. If you broke, oh, well, we're going to have to find this a broke state for everybody. Everybody that's broke, you got to move to one state.
Did he say, I didn't get to see the full interview. What did he say he was going to do with the homeless people? Like move them out?
Yeah, he said he's going to move them out. He's going to put them somewhere far away from the Capitol.
But I mean, like not trying to get them help or anything, like, you know what I'm saying, resolve any of the issues. Just almost a clean sweep operation.
You said what now?
I said he's just doing almost a clean sweep.
Yeah, everything. You're going to get rid of homeless folks. You're going to get rid of broke people. If you live in the slums, you're getting rid of that too. So if your ass
There's
is
a
homeless,
homeless guy that went viral. He built a treehouse, three-story treehouse in LA. He went viral.
You live there too? You trying to rent the room?
That happened in South Central. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it in the news.
Where you at, San Diego?
No, I'm in Norwalk. It's in LA County. I'm in Post Orange County.
Oh,
I heard Orange County is kind of wild too. Oh, that's where that
that's where the money at.
That's what Ruth was at. He's in Newport Beach.
I don't know. I just think it's fucking crazy that people think that federalizing and bringing military into a U.S. city is okay. I don't understand how that's okay to anybody. To be honest with you.
Have you been hearing about this FBA phenomenon?
What FBA phenomenon?
Foundational Black Americans.
I definitely heard of FBA, but what you mean by as a phenomenon?
I almost said phenomenon, but it's been I guess been prevalent on TikTok. I've been seeing it on here too. It's almost like a made up beef. Give me the Tupac and Biggie vibe.
FBA versus who?
Africans. Tethers.
Yeah. Why you trying to start stuff?
No, I'm just saying.
What up, Kinfolk? I just beat an African yesterday.
What you guys doing? Push-ups or some bullshit?
Oh shit! You right? You start this shit, right? Never mind. Like it's look at I just beat an African up. Look, you right in it.
I'm right in there. Like I didn't waste no time.
Hey, Venus be hating on Cash Kid though, for real. You gotta respect
you mean
that,
no
man.
cash? You mean no cash kid? But no, Cash Kid, he be talking nonsense just like Hood Conservative. He was doing good for a little bit, like me and him was having a good conversation for a little minute, then he just went off the deep end. He want to take away our constitutional rights. He want to put curfew on people. He's saying that, hey, it's a free country, but it ain't free for you. If you get locked up and you got to spend a weekend or 10 years in jail, oh, well, you just one egg that had to get cracked. That is crazy. That ain't cool, bro. And the funny thing about it, like he was the main one, the craziest part about it, he say, hey, I don't know why you crying for it. And he be the main one crying on these panels, Conscious. He be the main one crying. He like, man, if it wasn't for feminism, I would have me a wife, a kid, picket fence.
I just don't understand how he came though. Cause like the new woman who meet you, she ain't gonna know the old you. You just gotta leave that old. Like, what did
Oh my God, you niggas can only talk about one thing. You niggas only have one subject that you can really talk about. That's so lame. Stay on politics, bro.
We were on politics, but we
This
shut
is
you down on
politics.
that.
It is. We talk about politics.
So are DC police federal or not?
Hold on.
No, they are
Feminism is,
not.
hold on.
They operate as a state.
Hold on. Feminism is literally politics.
So you want to talk about feminism while Trump is taking over DC? Let's connect those dots. Let's go.
No, I'm just saying it is politics. It is. And all I'm trying to explain to you is that like we should not as people that had the people died just to vote, and you trying to get people to take away other people's rights is insanity. We should
So
not be
people died so teenagers could hang out at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Fuck that.
Yes. Yes, that's what we fought for. We fought for our freedom to do whatever the F we want. And we want to spend our time doing productive things, good for you. You want to spend your time doing nonsense, good for you. Everybody's not going to do the right goddamn thing. It ain't about if I'm going to do the right thing or not. The thing is that I'm going to get the proper experience and maybe I will do the right thing later. Who knows?
Like the illegals go earn their papers by infantry.
Hood,
Is that something you want?
When a
This is
16-year-old
crazy.
all right,
So
home
yes,
like
I do support anybody that is trying to support their own freedom, not actually give the government like you. We supposed to want less government, not more of it. You the one that's conservative, and you want more government. I don't understand it sometimes. I think I don't know, maybe you just being a contrarian, because I don't know if you actually believe the things that you are saying. I'm not sure 100%, because that just sounds wild to me. I don't know, why would you go against your own best interest?
Do your kids roam the streets at 4 o'clock in the morning?
No,
So they don't have the right to do that?
they do.
You just don't let them.
Correct.
In the story.
Right, but that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different topic.
If you're not willing to police and raise your children properly, somebody's gonna have to. You can't escape that. Either we raise them or we hurt them. But if you're not gonna do it right, something gonna get done.
Yeah, but it's not for the government to decide what that is. It's not. It's for the parent to decide that, not the government.
You mean the irresponsible parent that we can't count on anyway? It's their job to make decisions now?
Well,
Yes.
hold on, Hood. Then if that's the case, should we have a criteria before you can even have a child? Shouldn't we just have a like? Wouldn't that an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure type thing? You got to meet certain requirements before you can become a parent. You have to show
I wouldn't even go
responsibility.
that far. I wouldn't even go that far, but I just
Why
wouldn't help
not?
you with free stuff.
Because think about it. You would ensure that children are raised properly instead of just letting parents do whatever they want and then it becomes a problem. You would already know that, okay, this person is ready to have children. We can let you have children now.
Yeah, listen, you can have children if somebody wants to have your child or whatever, that's fine. But
Whatever
you shouldn't be given free money for it. That's the real decision making leverage, right? If you get free money for having children, you're just gonna make stupid decisions.
Hold on. First
So
of all,
get
we're
rid of the
not.
JPs and shit.
Hold on. We're not talking about welfare right now, but we could pivot over to welfare. But right now, we're not talking about welfare. Right now, we're talking about the ability for Americans to govern themselves. That's what we're talking about. I don't care if single mom's doing a bad job. I don't care if dad's doing a bad job. None of that should matter. But they should have the right to make, as long as they're not abusing their goddamn child, because we all know what abuse is. So we're not going to act stupid to that. Abuse is completely different than, hey, I'm taking care of my child to the best of my ability. It's not being abused. He got food. She got food. She got clothes on her back. She got sneakers. A curfew is violating my constitutional rights, and I'm not gonna let nobody know. No, that is not for the government to decide if my kid get to go outside or not. That's insane talk.
Even though you yourself wouldn't let your kids do it.
Right, that's exactly because I want to have the right to teach my children what and what not to do. That's why, because I want to have control of my own child. So I do not want government telling me what I can and cannot do with my child. That's why having a curfew for adolescents is a very slippery and dangerous slope that we should not allow it to happen.
It's not slippery and dangerous. It's literally a normal basic behavior. Is it a slippery slope in your house?
And I already answered that question. I answered that question. No, so I do not want the government telling me, hey, your 16-year-old has a curfew. No, I'm going to tell my child it has a curfew. The government is not going to be over me from my child. My child's not going to listen because therefore now my child could just call the government and do whatever the F it want to do. Because you're not in control of your child. The government is. How does that make sense to you? I don't.
Maybe,
I
maybe
don't
that's
understand. That's
maybe he missing his kids and he want his kids to be
Black Man
around.
Unfiltered. My gasket is flabbered. I do not understand it anymore. I do not get it. Maybe y'all right. I don't know. You goddamn right, DJ Wiz. I'm about to get the goddamn belt, and goddamn it, I be goddamn. Yeah. According to Hood Server, he want the government to regulate all that. Like, I don't understand, like, how y'all don't understand what y'all are actually saying. Y'all think y'all punishing some kids, y'all think y'all punishing some goddamn single mother, but no, you be punishing your goddamn self. That's so dumb as hell. Yeah, I want to have curfew for kids, and then when your kid go outside, say, why you have your kid outside at 12 a.m.? It's my kid, sir. Hey, 16-year-olds ain't supposed to be outside. Then what you gonna say? Insanity.
So he's not just targeting, he's just targeting the youth then?
The black youth at that, yeah.
The black youth.
Yeah, because in DC they making so in DC now that he got the National Guard out there, he also saying that any juvenile outside past I think 9 o'clock, your ass is gonna get locked up.
What is it, 1950? You can't be out past 9 o'clock, yo. That's
Any juvenile, yeah.
I could see maybe 2, even if they was gonna do something crazy like that, like after 12, but 9 o'clock. What am I, 13?
Hey,
God, come on, government, let me out. Let me stay out another hour.
Yo, the crazy part, when I was 16, I was outside.
Bro, the sun barely be down after 9. That's
Yo,
like
when you 16 in the summertime, you are outside all day and night.
I don't know anymore though. These
When the
kids.
takeovers though, this is what happens, you know.
No, you just outside at your homeboy house, sitting in the backyard, chilling, talking shit, playing video games. You are outside all night. It's summertime.
Yeah,
you ain't got no job.
That is crazy. 9 o'clock is crazy. He might be. They saying he in the stage of dementia, man. And then I'm starting to think about it. What else he is doing is he's locking himself in too. You think about that. He ain't letting no. He got the National Guard around him.
Mm-hmm.
All in his castle, like a king.
I think that goddamn Epstein file about to come out. That's why he really got the National Guard there. He's scared they coming to get his ass.
It wasn't me.
That's what really happened. Goddamn it.
Yeah, that's.
He'll probably delete himself before they come out.
What you thought? You just be saying stuff for no
probably
reason.
Delete himself before they come out.
He just be mumbling on his goddamn bro. How much weed do you smoke, Vato?
Not that much. He's the pen.
God damn, Vato, you be high on the construction site too? Vato, they gonna come and get you on the construction site high as hell. You're not gonna be able to run.
That's the way.
You gotta be careful. They hopping out the back of U-Hauls and Penske trucks now, acting like they going to the goddamn Home Depot.
They look like you too. They look like brothers, Hispanics.
Hey, BMU, they already came and got my ass. I was on. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know that I actually at one of the construction sites I was at, I got scooped up by ICE. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And so what happened was, look. This is what happened. So I was like, hey, bro, I am an American citizen. And I said, listen, you want me to prove it, you could just call my house and they would verify who I am and where I'm from and where I was born. Right?
That's crazy.
So I call my crib, Conscious. I call my crib. My goddamn daughter answers the phone. Guess what she just finished doing?
What?
She just finished her goddamn Spanish class. So she go ahead and answer. She gonna go answer the phone. ¿Cómo estás? I'm like, ain't that a bitch? They's like,
with us. You with them Afro Latinos. Huh?
They's like, take your ass up on that plane, player. Go up on it. God damn it, Cosmo around my dumb ass was at Venezuela looking for the goddamn president trying to get my 50 mil. God damn it, Donald Trump. Luckily that they sent me back though. You know what I'm saying?
Said they gave him back.
Shit, I'm trying to get picked up so I can get some, get a lawsuit going.
You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to mind my damn business, talking to kinfolk. Damn. That's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I got back, so I'm lucky. I'm all right now. So you know what I mean? But yeah, man, these people are tripping though,
Birth
man.
certificate with you, buddy.
Huh?
Keep your birth certificate with you.
You need that real ID and shit.
Yeah, you need that real ID for sure. Oh. Right. I'm really lucky then. The wife would have answered the phone. It'd been really a rap. God damn, they'd have called me a goddamn spy. Oh. Hopefully y'all having a good time with me. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button. I really appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully I got y'all home after a hard day at work. Hopefully y'all just chilling out, relaxing. I got y'all a nice little giggle. Hood servant is back to talk his nonsense, to say how he wants the government to take away his rights as a parent, as a man, as a husband, and he want his wife. Exactly, Don. I don't know why they think I'm playing. That's what happened. I don't know. All right, kinfolk, go to Trevor. I'm getting her through the walk. Good. I love to hear that. Shout out to kinfolk. But man, we need to not allow people to have that much power. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with it. I mean, I guess if something comes out and all the crime was just that horrible, I don't know. I don't see the purpose of calling a National Guard. So he gonna start with DC, see how that goes. If that goes good, then what, he gonna do it to other cities too?
Legally, he can't. DC is a special case because it's federal territory.
But you agree with him trying to do it in Chicago?
Oh yeah, definitely. Go for it.
God damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
I mean, maybe Hood see that, fighting is futile.
10 years.
So Hood Sir, you would be okay with them reversing same-sex marriage as well?
That has nothing to do with me. I don't see the point in even having that. How is it a right, but only certain people can access it? I don't get it. You don't need that.
What you mean only certain people can access it? What up, Pod? Good day, sir. How you feeling? What you mean only certain people can access being married?
No, let's leave it at that. Yeah, they don't need that. We're good.
So you saying that only straight people could get married? That's it.
I don't know who else needs to do that.
Clearly, people that have same-sex relationships. So.
I see no practical reasons for that. So
people that are in love.
I mean, if they want to be miserable, let them be miserable like straight people too.
Right. So if it don't have nothing to do with you, why would you want to reverse that decision for same-sex human beings to be married?
Well, it doesn't benefit me, so you don't ask me to support something that benefits other people anyway. We're good.
What?
But what about people? I mean, especially the same sex. If you want to, it's more for property, power of attorney, things like that.
You could already have done that. Any two people can make a legal agreement between themselves now. You want to form a corporate partnership? Go right ahead, man.
What if they want to be recognized for their love, just like a straight couple?
Right.
But you're not just like one, so let's not do that.
You need a couple? They don't love each other? I mean, don't feel like I want to get
You're acting as if they're
No,
the
I'm
same
thinking of
exact
like
thing, and they're just not. It's not a fruitful union.
It's not a what? What type of unit is it not? What you say, Hood? He must be out again.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
lost.
hold on. All right, so let's see. Let's see what these folks are talking about because y'all crazy. You ain't snatching nobody, Rich, with your cheap ass.
After the Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage across the United States, it could now be overturned. Senior Washington correspondent Devin Dwyer is on the story for us. All right, give us the deal, Devin. Who is actually asking the justices to overturn this?
Well, in recent years, Kira, we've been waiting for a case like this as some of the sentiment in the country has started to shift a little bit, softened rather, against same-sex marriage. There's been a lot of talk about whether the justices will get a chance to reconsider the case. And as you said there, they are getting that opportunity next month. We've learned that Kim Davis, she's that Kentucky clerk from back in 2015 that was at the center of international controversy when she refused to issue marriage licenses to a gay couple in Kentucky in defiance of the Supreme Court. She spent 6 days in jail. She lost a defamation suit. She had to pay $100,000 in damages, $260,000 in legal fees. That's what she's appealing to the Supreme Court. But it's the first time, Kira, that anyone has technically asked the justices explicitly to overturn Obergefell v. Hodges, which was that landmark ruling. And she does just that. Her counsel in this petition, which was filed last week, says that decision was egregiously wrong. And if that sounds familiar, that's the same type of argument that was made by opponents of abortion when they sought.
What's your thoughts?
Oh, that's gone.
This is wild. So this is the problem when this is the slippery slope we talking about, right? First they took away Roe v. Wade, they take it away how long you can stay outside. They take it over, they put in DC, National Guard, and now they want to this is how more government gets involved in shit.
Oh, that's gone though. With the justices that they have in, I think it's like a 6-3 conservative leaning, so that's gone.
You think they're gonna reverse it?
Yeah. Did they reverse Roe v. Wade?
They did.
It's gone. That's just gone.
They did. So, but
I don't understand. Why are we going backwards? Like, how is that improving the country? I'm not saying that it's hindering it or helping it either, but how is that? It just don't seem like it's fucking waste of time. Why even do it? Seem like it's
doesn't make sense to me. Like I don't understand how a hood conservative looks at it, but I guess maybe he feels like, I don't know, he has one up on same-sex people. I don't know. To me, it doesn't bother me at all. Hey, you do whatever you do in your private time.
The one thing that was always scared of me, if they start taking your rights, what's stopping them from coming to take mine?
That's my issue with it. Like, that's the slippery slope, because all we've been hearing lately in the past year or two is that, hey, they keep trying to take things away. That's my issue with it. You want to say, hey, women shouldn't have no goddamn rights. Guess what? Then eventually they might say, your black ass shouldn't have no damn rights too. Whatever rights you want to bring up. I don't care which one you want to bring up. They might just say that. Because guess what? They still got to vote for if they want slavery or not.
Yeah.
They still got to vote for that shit.
They still
Did you know that, Conscious Moron? Did you know that? They still vote on that shit.
The slavery? I thought it was the voting rights.
They still vote on that shit. So they could just say, you know what?
Expired.
Y'all like whips and chains any goddamn way.
And they just brought that Confederate statue back too.
What's the Confederate statue?
The reconciliation statue to Arlington Cemetery. So I don't know if you're familiar with the United Daughters of the Dixies, but
you said what?
They kind of came up, the United Daughters of the Confederacy.
No, that ain't what you said.
Or Dixie. I might have said Dixie,
Oh,
but
Dixie.
United Daughters of the
I
Confederate. But
was
it's United Daughters of the Confederacy.
okay.
They were like instrumental in putting the lost cause in the textbooks and erecting the monuments that we were fighting to get took down. It was like they were daughters of the Confederacy, so they wanted to change the image.
And I guess Hood Server doesn't mind that. He don't mind that they changing the slavery books to indentured workers and ish like that. I guess Hood don't have no problems with them rewriting history. God damn it.
Yeah, they were the first critical race theories, thieves and shit.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of changing history. Like history is what it is, right? Hey, what's up, Chanel? Good day. Good to see you. And I don't understand why people are trying to act like they don't understand like how things be moving, like reversing things, and we don't know where that reversal is going to stop. It's not going to stop until we get into a goddamn civil war again.
I think they're gonna almost try and make it go back to like it was before, when you had to
What you mean when America
property.
was great?
No, I'm saying when you had to own property to vote and stuff like that.
That would be crazy. Can you imagine how powerful corporations would be? Because they own most of the goddamn houses out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be buying houses just for no reason. They got the money to do it, so they'll just go ahead and buy property so they can vote more.
Yeah, more power, or keep us from voting.
Right, it's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Corporate places they just buy condos and all that.
Corporations don't really vote though. You don't get a vote as a corporation, though.
Yeah. What the? What you? This can't be real life. What you mean corporations don't get the vote? They literally be the main ones lobbying to get laws passed.
Yeah, that's lobbying. That's not voting.
And they get laws
You're not going to
passed.
change that problem. That problem will exist either way, but that's not a voting thing. No corporation votes. You're framing it so retardedly.
Okay, so now what I'm trying to explain to you, so if they could go ahead and buy property and you need property to go ahead and vote, it will be less property for us to go ahead and vote, right?
Now, that's an interesting gambit. Yeah, they will just buy up the property. They would make it some other way. It wouldn't be pure property ownership because that was for like the 1800s when everybody was a farmer or something like that. The way you would really square that circle is if you're a net taxpayer, meaning that you put more into the pot than you take out, then you'd be able to you have the right to vote. And then we would also probably limit that vote to like one house, one per house, really. So it'd be more about around the family unit instead of just every single person voting.
Hood, are you a Christian nationalist? I literally just did a video. I
don't know, maybe. I might be. I like the sound of it.
Yeah, he said that because CNN interviewed him. Dude got a church in DC, and Pete Hegseth is going to it. But as he's talking to one of the pastors, and she was asking him, well, who would vote in your house? And he was like, technically it'd be one vote per household, but I would ultimately cast it. And she was like, well, what if your wife didn't decide to vote the way you wanted to? Well, that would be a chance for a robust discussion. So he's basically saying, I'm gonna still decide how we want to vote. Like that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, but he also literally said robust discussion. I mean, it was a joke, but she gets to at least tell me what she thinks, right?
Like you should watch the interview.
Somebody has to be the last voice, man. We can't both drive. We can't both run the steering wheel. Only one person can control the steering wheel.
What if you get tired and she can drive? You don't want to pull
Only
over?
one person can drive at a time.
So when you fucking up, you weaving, which we doing now, which man really got us doing. Should we let our wives drive, or should we're gonna pull over? No, we're gonna just reverse, because that's what y'all got us doing.
That's a decision for you to make on your own.
Talk about you, man. Do you think women should have the right to vote?
No, we already went over this. This is the whole news by now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because that's what they were talking about. That's why I asked you on the little interview I see. Yeah, so you might be a Christian nationalist, brother.
That's just insanity. His mama, his aunties, his daughter, they all should not have a right to vote and defend themselves, because that's what voting is. And they would have to succumb to whatever men think at the time, no matter how wrong they are about their thought patterns.
But think about that. So if that was become the way, we would almost go back to the time when women were just raised to be other man's property in order to make business deals for the said man. And the women were really just a commodity.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's insane for somebody to say in this day and age.
It just makes men seem so weak, like we can't handle strong women, like we can't step up to their level. Like, that's crazy.
What do you even mean by step up to their level? You're literally raising them up to yours.
A lot of y'all complain about women who are advancing because they don't need us financially. So you don't know how to adapt and make women want you. So you get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the key. Nowadays you got to make women want you because they don't need you. So you got to make them want you. And a lot of y'all don't know how to do that.
That was some bars right there, Conscious Moron. And that's what they really want. And they actually believe that's going to make it any better. And that all of a sudden, because they can't do anything, that's going to make women want men all of a sudden. But that's just not how it's going to happen. Just like this whole idea, this is why they was rejoicing about all these young black women losing their jobs. 3,000 black women lost their jobs. They was rejoicing. They think that those 3,000 women now got to have to
300,000
with some black man.
300,000.
300,000 black women lost their
Federal
jobs
work.
in one sweep because of Donald Trump. And guess what? Even though that they lost 300,000 jobs, 300,000 black women, guess what? Black women still got more in the workforce than black men. How effed up and crazy was that?
If those jobs were important, they'd still had them.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hood, what kind of what profession, what side of the workforce are you on? Like, if you can give us some kind of idea, like what profession? Yeah, JR boxing. That's what happened. Hood Conservative, what profession you in? Logistics, warehouse, construction.
I drive a truck.
Okay, logistics. Okay.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
So for some reason, I think most men really believe that if women didn't work, all of a sudden they'll make them more appealing because women would be forced to be with them. I think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a real thing.
Simple economics, bro. It's not even about desire or anything. That's just basic economics.
Right, and that's what Conscious Mara was saying, is that, like, because a lot of men don't know how to be desirable, they're like, hey, at least I could use economics. Hey, look, I only making 40,000, but it's more than what you got. You can't go to work, so let me lay my fat ass on top of you.
I mean, like I was saying the other day, when it breaks down, they don't want your wisdom or your leadership. They want half of your money. It's always about economics.
Never. It's never that, man. You ain't never had like a woman gaze in your eyes as you telling her your thoughts. Ever, Hood? Just do you ever recall that?
How valuable is that?
Well,
How
when
much
you
has
get
that changed your life?
no,
How did that
when you
help
get
you as a
mental,
man?
no, I'm saying, well, it helped me because I was able to read a woman. You know what I mean? And I knew if she wanted me or not. So I knew whether to waste my time. And it gave me discernment. So I knew if this was a good woman or if that was a good woman. You dig what I'm saying?
Bar.
But no, is that the thing? Here's a better question, Hood. If you could have a woman's mind or her body, which one would you choose?
You're
But you can
stupid, and
only
these
have
are
one.
stupid questions, bro. These are stupid questions. You're just kind of dumb. So move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what is up with men and the caveman theory. That whole caveman theory is wild to me. I think that's why they really like Donald Trump, because he's very caveman like with his rhetoric and everything. But he did do something for the passport bros, though. Did you hear what he did for the passport bros?
Who?
Donald Trump.
I heard something about like, yeah, you can send her back, something like that. I forgot exactly how it worked, but she did not get over here and get all brand new, basically.
Look how
What?
excited! Hey, Cosmo, look how excited he got. He's like,
Wait,
yes.
what?
He's like,
She gotta
yes.
get Americanized when she comes to America. Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, so Donald Trump is passing a law, or he already did. I'm not sure, but if you was to go and get your passport and get you a prostitute and marry that prostitute and bring her back to America, if she divorces you,
Wife-stitute. It's called, the term is wife-stitute.
I apologize. If you go ahead and get your wife-stitute, you bring her back and she divorced you, that doesn't necessarily give her the legal right to stay here in America. She can still get deported after divorce.
They should call that the Melania law.
That would be funny. I would support that. That would be hilarious. We should do that.
Oh, look how excited he got. He's like, yes, we could have sex with her and then give her back once they divorce us. Yes.
Coverage.
Yo, that shit is
They
crazy.
leasing women from other countries every 2 years.
Yo, the amount of joy that brought conservative is insane.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen, I don't know. I guess conservative, he just got a disdain for women. I don't know if the Melania law is hilarious. I don't know what happened, Hood, which lady did it and made you just turn your idea of what women are so badly. Like it's one thing to be hurt by a woman, right? Because every man's gonna face that at least once, and everyone's gonna face that at least once as well on the man's side. But to be stuck in that hurt is, man, that's different, man. In my opinion. You can't get stuck in that hurt. It's you're supposed to get, that's how you learn how to find a new relationship. Dang.
Bro, you realize there's entire movements out here. Like calling everybody an incel doesn't really hit the way you think it does.
I ain't call you an incel. I ain't call nobody an incel.
No, the idea, like, oh, it's based on some romantic thing, bro. This is a big picture argument. This has nothing to do with simple romantic notions. That's for little boys and little girls to play with. Grown-ups are trying to figure out how to run a country.
Right, but you saying that you agree with wife statutes. You agree with paying your wife for sex until she don't want to do it anymore. But literally, you mad if a woman takes half. Like you want transactional woman, but you disagree with transactional women.
Trump just needs to legalize.
Like, which one is it? Do you want a transactional woman? I'm confused.
Everything's a transaction, bro.
No, it's not.
All of life is transactions. Everything is a series of transactions.
Okay,
until we're all dead.
All right, so if that's the case, why are you mad at women that is living in a transaction?
Nobody said anything like that. We were talking about Trump and the marriage law with your passport bro girlfriend. You kind of keep moving into territory because you only know how to talk about one thing apparently.
We've been here talking about Donald Trump this whole time, talking about politics. I don't know how to talk about one thing. That's crazy talk.
No, I've been talking about it. You've been making that shocked face and clutching your pearls for 2 hours.
Like I think even though we was having this, even though me and him was having a conversation and he was quiet most of the time, he believed that he was doing most of the talking, conscious moron.
He was thinking.
He thought it, but he didn't say it. Like I don't think he realized how much he was not talking, and me and you was having a conversation. I was doing my little rants. Vatos was just chilling, smoking, getting high as hell. Yeah, I don't know.
No, like I said, he seemed a little off, man.
What up, Smitty? I don't know what it is, man.
I think he might be starting to realize that Trump is not for him. Because it seemed like he like disheartened by this, like because he kind of could know the truth. He probably looked like a nigga that's gonna get picked up 7-8 times by ICE. No, I'm messing with you.
Damn. Nah, I didn't vote.
Damn.
No, not you, Vato. They coming after us now.
Damn, Vato, why you didn't vote, Vato?
I mean, I don't think it matters.
Wow.
It's the college or whatever the fuck.
Wow,
College.
Vato, you don't think your voice matters, Vato?
And nothing. Look at the country. We benefit the poor and not the rich.
What about locally? Do you think your vote matters locally?
I heard people that locally it matters, and then I guess you work your way up. But once you get up there, they'll sideline you and you go against them, like everywhere else with the cops and all this shit.
I mean, I kind of understand not voting federally, but locally, you got to get in it. Like your prosecutors, your judges, your mayor.
Yeah. Locally, probably you matter more.
Yeah. That's fine,
Yeah.
Especially become a mayor, because you can become a mayor and all that bullshit and work your way.
Yeah, but think about it though. Like, why would the federal government address, let's just say, a black man's needs if they know that black men are not voting? Why would they care? Like, they got constituents they have to look out for who are addressing them every day. I want to say you kind of lost in the wind, but if you're not addressing me, I know you got a problem. I got 18 other problems.
I forgot how to
really do.
Okay, y'all keep talking. I'm trying to do something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you really do need to start voting more. Because if they see you as a voting bloc, even on a local level, you can still affect that. That's what I'm saying on a local level. Hood, did you vote? You never answered that question either, bro.
For me?
Hood.
Oh, that's a good question. Hood server, do you vote? That's a good question. Can you not read directly anymore?
And I'm 33, so last couple of years I could vote. I never did.
I don't know. You might not be able to anymore. Oh, there you go. I was at the wrong spot.
They might take my birthright away,
It wasn't never meant for your ass anyway. That's why.
Hey, in 1936, they did it to us. Everyone that was colored brown, they deported your ass, even if you were not from Mexico, just South America. You look related. You look like you belong over there.
Oh man.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, that's why.
Live in a city with no buses because no buses. Damn, how you got a small town there, don't you? No buses?
Maybe it's one word.
Is Hood still there?
No, he think that he be talking. He don't be saying shit. He think he be talking. He don't be saying shit. But we're about to get up out of here. I'm done talking politics. We're gonna go over to Sexy Red TV channel. We're gonna bother her a little bit. Say hello for me. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all right. See y'all soon. And listen, and for everybody, y'all need to know, it ain't my fault. All them.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.